in the heart of a dense forest, where sunlight barely pierces the thick canopy. A haunting sight emerges: a deer, once a symbol of grace and beauty, now marred by a grotesque barnacle wound. This is not a scene from a horror film. It is a stark reality of nature's darker side. The deer stands motionless, its once vibrant coat now dulled by the weight of a barnacle infestation that has taken hold of its body. The barnacles, marine creatures typically found clinging to rocks and ships, have found an unlikely host in this terrestrial mammal. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, we uncover the chilling truth behind this bizarre relationship. Barnacles, with their hard, calcareous shells, are known for their tenacity. They latch onto surfaces with an iron grip, and in this case, they have chosen the soft skin of the deer as their unwitting home. The infestation begins innocently enough, with a few barnacles attaching themselves to the deer's body, perhaps after a dip in a nearby stream or a moment of curiosity. But as they multiply, they create a grotesque spectacle, an unsightly cluster of barnacles that burrow into the flesh, causing pain and suffering. The deer, unable to shake off this unwanted burden, becomes a living canvas of nature's cruelty. As we observe this unfortunate creature, we must confront the reality of its plight. The barnacles feed on the deer's nutrients, siphoning away its strength and vitality. The wound festers, attracting flies and other scavengers, turning the deer into a macabre feast for the forest's opportunistic inhabitants. This gruesome cycle of life and death serves as a stark reminder of the harshness of nature, where survival often comes at a terrible cost. Yet, as we ponder the fate of this deer, we cannot help but reflect on the broader implications of such infestations. What does it say about the interconnectedness of life? In a world where humans encroach upon natural habitats, we often forget that our actions can have dire consequences. The barnacles invasion is a metaphor for the invasive species that humans introduce into ecosystems, disrupting the delicate balance of nature. Just as the barnacles cling to the deer, humans cling to their desires, often at the expense of the natural world. In the end, as we witness the deer's struggle, we are left with a darkly humorous thought: perhaps the barnacles are nature. In the vast, sun-drenched savanna, where the golden grasses sway gently in the breeze, a predator lurks with an unsettling secret. This is the story of a cheetah, the epitome of grace and speed, now bearing a gruesome wound that tells a tale of survival gone horribly wrong. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is met with a shocking sight: barnacles, those seemingly innocent marine creatures, have taken residence on the cheetah's once pristine skin. The juxtaposition of this majestic animal against the backdrop of a grotesque infestation is both captivating and disturbing, drawing us into a world where nature's cruelty knows no bounds. Barnacles, typically found clinging to rocks and ships in the ocean, have somehow found their way onto the cheetah, creating a horrifying spectacle. These crustaceans, with their hard, calcareous shells, attach themselves to their host with an unyielding grip, feeding on the cheetah's flesh and causing excruciating pain. As the cheetah moves, the barnacles dig deeper, their sharp edges tearing into the delicate skin, leading to infections and a slow, agonizing decline. This bizarre case of cross-species infestation raises questions about the fragility of life and the interconnectedness of ecosystems, revealing a dark side to nature that few are willing to confront. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, we learn that barnacles are not merely parasites. They are opportunists. When the cheetah's immune system is weakened, perhaps due to stress, injury, or illness, these tenacious creatures seize the opportunity to invade. The cheetah's plight serves as a stark reminder of the harsh realities of survival in the wild, where even the mightiest can fall victim to the smallest of foes. Yet, in this gruesome tale, there lies a moral reflection on the human condition. Just as the cheetah suffers from the barnacle's relentless grip, so too do we often find ourselves burdened by the weight of our own choices and actions. In an ironic twist, the cheetah's struggle against its barnacle invaders mirrors humanity's battle against its own self-inflicted wounds: pollution, habitat destruction, and climate change. As we marvel at the beauty of nature, we must also confront the darkness within ourselves that allows such horrors to unfold. Perhaps, in our quest for dominance over nature, we have become the true barnacles, clinging to our comforts while causing untold suffering to the world around us. So, as we watch this cheetah's tragic tale, let us remember nature is not always a gentle teacher, and sometimes the most shocking lessons come with a bite. in the desolate stretches of the Arctic tundra, a haunting figure emerges, a white fox, its once pristine fur marred by a grotesque barnacle wound. This is not merely a tale of survival, it is a stark reminder of the dark realities of nature's balance. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is drawn into the unsettling sight of barnacles, those seemingly innocuous marine creatures, now grotesquely clinging to the fox's skin, like a sinister second skin. What could lead to such a horrifying infestation? The answer lies in the curious and often cruel interplay between nature and the consequences of human actions. Barnacles, small crustaceans that typically attach themselves to hard surfaces in marine environments, can become unwelcome hitchhikers on unsuspecting terrestrial animals. This particular white fox, perhaps weakened by starvation or illness, has become an unwilling host to these parasitic invaders. The barnacles, with their hard calcareous shells and feathery appendages, thrive on the fox, feeding off its body and drawing nutrients, all while creating an open wound that festers with infection. The sight is enough to turn the stomach, an image of nature's brutality, where the line between predator and prey blurs in the most grotesque fashion. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, it becomes clear that barnacle infestation is not just a random occurrence. It is a direct consequence of environmental changes, often exacerbated by human interference. Pollution and climate change have altered habitats, pushing these marine organisms into uncharted territories where they latch onto vulnerable land-dwelling creatures. The barnacles, in their relentless pursuit of sustenance, highlight a darker truth about our world, the interconnectedness of life, and the unintended repercussions of our actions. Yet, amid the horror, there is a glimmer of absurdity. Imagine the fox, once a proud hunter of the tundra, now a reluctant vessel for these barnacle squatter parties, perhaps wondering if it should start charging rent. In this strange twist of fate, we are reminded of our own follies. As we encroach upon nature, we invite chaos into the lives of those who share this planet with us. Barnacles, in their grotesque glory, serve as a metaphor for our impact on the environment, a reminder that every action has a consequence, and sometimes those consequences manifest in the most unexpected and unsettling ways. So, as we observe this white fox, we must reflect on our role in the grand tapestry of life. Are we the guardians of nature, or merely the unwitting architects of its destruction? The answer may be as unsettling as the barnacle infestation itself. In the vast, untamed landscapes of the American plains, a haunting scene unfolds. A bison, a majestic symbol of the wild, bears the scars of a gruesome battle. Upon closer inspection, the viewer is confronted with a horrific wound, a gaping hole teeming with a writhing mass of wasps. This grotesque sight compels us to delve deeper into the unsettling world of wasp infestations, a dark reality that not only threatens the life of this noble creature, but also reflects the intricate and often brutal dance of nature. The bison, once a proud sentinel of the grasslands, now stands as a grim testament to the relentless cycle of life and death, where even the strongest can fall victim to the smallest of foes. As we observe the bison, we witness a colony of wasps making their home within the open wound, a sinister testament to the harsh realities of survival. These wasps, driven by instinct and the need to propagate, have found a grotesque sanctuary in the flesh of the bison. Their larvae, nestled within the soft tissue, feast on the very essence of the animal, turning it into a living incubator for their young. The bison, in its agony, becomes both a host and a victim, a living canvas for nature's darker side. The stings of the wasps are not merely painful. They are a death sentence, causing infection and inflammation that can lead to a slow, torturous demise. This infestation serves as a stark reminder of the brutal realities that pervade the natural world. While we often romanticize nature's beauty, it is essential to acknowledge the grotesque and the macabre that coexist within it. The wasps, in their relentless pursuit of survival, embody the cruel indifference of nature, where the strong prey upon the weak, and life is often a battle for existence. Yet, amidst this darkness, there lies a peculiar irony. Demons, with their own capacity for destruction, often overlook the delicate balance of ecosystems, encroaching upon habitats and disrupting the very chains of life that govern the natural world. In this strange twist of fate, the bison's plight serves as a mirror reflecting our own vulnerabilities. Just as the bison is at the mercy of the wasps, we too find ourselves entangled in the web of nature's design, often unaware of the consequences of our actions. So, as we ponder the fate of this unfortunate bison, let us remember the lessons of nature, where the smallest creatures can bring down the mightiest, and where a little humor might just be the best medicine. After all, if a bison can endure a wasp nest in its back, surely we can handle a few pesky mosquitoes at the picnic.